it is a matter of making sure that you are actually taking the time to really dial in on what are your clients talking about? What are they saying? What are the things that they're actively saying are important to them? So it's a matter of making sure that you are actually taking good notes, making sure that you are recording as much as you can in terms of just dialing in on all those discovery sessions, all of those elements of listening to what do they need? Where do they want to be? Because we don't just come in and we kick down the door and say, we're replacing everything. You don't need this, scrap all that stuff. We have to also
get it out of here.
Get it out of here. No, it's a matter of making sure that you're looking at both the things that they want and the things that work. Don't just take things and say, okay, this we can just scrap all this and just throw it out the door. You have to also hear, hey, if this is working, or this is something they like, or there are elements to this that they like, but maybe it could work differently. Those are all important parts that have to be evaluated in your overall kind of considerations. You have to make sure that you're looking at like, okay, what are the things that they want to see long-term? Do they already have something that's working that maybe it's underutilized? Maybe they have something that it's working great for them. This is a part we don't even have to touch. We just have to, and we can put that into there or say, hey, this is working. When we get a vendor, we need to work around this. This is important to them to continue to work and do things and get things done. So all of those parts are really important, but it all comes down to active listening, making sure that you're kind of probing for those questions and getting those kind of understanding while you're listening to your client. I can't do anything unless I know what's going on.
That's right. That's right. And I think you make a few good points here, right? Number one, no, we're not going to come in and say, hey, you have to replace your full ERP system, right? Sometimes we go into organizations in which maybe they had a failed ERP implementation, 3 to 10 years ago, and they're not utilizing their current system to its full capacity. And, these guys have day jobs, right? So they need to process payroll, they need to process permitting. And so maybe, they just went with the old way, right? And didn't utilize the system to its full capacity is my point. And so then we can help them solve that problem and put that process in the appropriate system. Therefore, you don't have to purchase a whole new software solution. Right.
It's so common. It's so common to see people because, and that's one consistent thing that I've seen pretty much across all of my clients is that there will usually be something where we have this thing and I want it to be good and I want to get my job done and it doesn't work. And so I am going to find some kind of workaround, some kind of something. I mean, if it's me, usually it takes the form of an Excel document, or sometimes it's manual. It is just writing down a piece of paper or tracking logs somewhere else, or things along those kind of lines. And you look at that and you're like, there are just other ways that we can make this more efficient. We can make this more interconnected. And it's also kind of showing people that exists. A lot of them don't know that there is a better option or there is something. So you kind of get stuck in that track, just like you were saying, where you're just doing it.
That's right. That's right. I mean, we're guilty of it, right?
Oh, of course, sure.
I mean, we are a very rapid growing company, right? And not everything is, sorry to let the cat out of the bag, but not everything is as efficient as it should be because we are trying to run a business and take care of our clients, right? So we've been in the same boat. Right. I think too, Mason, you bring up a good point about being curious, right? Being curious, asking those questions, not letting vendors or anybody else take advantage of our clients. And if we don't understand something or if we have a gut feeling about something, we're not scared to ask those hard questions, right? For our clients. Like we will go to battle for our clients. And I think that differentiates us. Like, we don't all the time accept no as an answer or accept just a very basic answer, right? We want to fully understand what's going on. And that comes down to good communication and good questioning, right?
I will say too, to that point, I have a quick anecdote just regarding exactly that. Because I had a situation like that with an associate of mine where we've been going back and forth on a very important kind of presentation. We're really trying to make sure we understand this. We've been working with the core team to make sure that everything is good to go. We have done, just consistent kind of communications and we've been taking information, building something out. We had a huge slideshow together. I mean, it was 60 slides of data, of so much stuff. I mean, so many things that was ready to go. We had this breakdown. We gave the presentation. They came back to us and they told us, well, this isn't quite what we wanted. It's not as punchy as we want it to be. It doesn't quite have the thing. And we want to show, can you show us more of this kind of data to be able to kind of look at things and really show kind of the what we're going to get out of this. And so we had to kind of break down and say, no, we cannot provide you this information because your system lacks this baseline. Things are broken in a way where we need to be able to, we can't even reference these things. And really breaking this stuff down for them to say, hey, this needs to be better in this way for you to even really compare these things long-term moving forward, which is, it's a tough thing to say. It's a tough thing. And by the end of that, though, they said, hey, that's the sell. That's how you make that punchy, to be able to say, this is how you make your case, how you say, this is the need for this, and this is where this change comes into place to project yourself into the future and to be able to set yourself up for future innovations and take advantage of that future technology. It's one of those tough conversations. You have to say, hey, this isn't as good as it could be.
That's right. That's right. I think when we propose our services, when we respond to RFPs, there's a paragraph in there that talks about, we don't offer cookie cutter solutions. And this is what we mean by that, right? Yeah. There is no framework for every single digital transformation project in local government, and whether it be in local government or in the private sector, right? Every challenge is different. There is no template. There shouldn't be a template. If your consultant is using a template, you might want to rethink that. But my point is, there's no template. There's no checklist, right? No. We have to meet our clients where they are and be at the table with them to help them solve these problems. And that comes down to giving them the harsh advice, right? Like Mason just mentioned. So thank you, Mason. I don't know, Mason, can you see the comments on your side? So it's on the right-hand side in the chat box.
Yeah, there was a really good one from our associate Katie here. So it's, how do you build trust with clients as a newer consultant? I love that question. Because it really comes down to, again, I kind of addressed it before. It comes down to listening, but it's also making sure that you are providing them the thing that they are looking for. So it's taking that information, being able to, basically, the way I like to kind of think about it is that any opportunity to produce something is an opportunity to produce something great. So even if it's something small, it's taking notes on a meeting. It is just breaking down, hey, here's like a quick thing that you're going to see for this one meeting that just breaks down, here's our agenda for the day. Make the best agenda. Cover all of the things. Make sure that your emails are crisp. Make sure that things are covering exactly what they're looking for, because that's how you build that trust. It's how they see, I am getting quality. I am being heard. They understand what we're projecting for the future. They know where we're at. They can keep tabs and they can inform me at any given time. You want updates at 3 a.m. We're not going to be happy to answer that call, but we will be happy to provide you the information.
That's right.
That's right. Might need a little coffee, but
Yeah, I have been there. I have been there. Yeah, many times. But, I think to build off of your answer, Mason, you're great, by the way, on video. I think you're doing a great job. Guys, show him some love because he is great. We're going to have him on the live stream maybe once a month. But to build on that, I think we're really good at humanizing, right? We talked about that before we jumped on the live stream today. We're good about not speaking over our client's head, right? Because I think when we talk too technical to the wrong people, that does not instill trust in them, right? If we can show these people that we're real people, and that we are going to be in the trenches with them, that's the real beauty of who Avero is and what differentiates us. But we can't do that without meeting the clients where they are, right? And we talk to them like they're humans, right? Not like we're smarter than them, not like we're up here. Sometimes when you talk technology to people, it's a very uncomfortable subject, right? It's very uncomfortable. So I just wanted to make that point. as well. I think we're really good at adding that human element to the work that we do. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Well, real quick, guys, I just wanted to remind you all of our newest asset here at the bottom of the screen, the ERP Transformation Survival Kit. Please download that and let us know what you think. Let us know if you want to see more assets like this or if there's something different that you would like to see.